Hey there, it's Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and if school just about killed you, I've got the perfect graduation cookies for you. In this video, I'm going to go over dimensional piping, which is an advanced technique, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on flooding the cookie, but once your cookie is flooded and has dried completely, transfer your design using a projector, and then go ahead and outline the hearts for the eyes and color those in with an edible marker, and do the same thing for the nose. Using black royal icing in a detail or 25-second consistency, outline the skull. And then use a scribe or a toothpick to settle down any peaks or smooth out any areas of the outline. You can also use a very slightly dampened paintbrush with most of the water wiped off to shift your outline just a little bit if you need to. Then grab your white icing in a detail consistency or at least 25-second consistency and outline the eyes and the nose, and then we'll go ahead and flood in the skull. Use your scribe or your toothpick to settle the icing down, although he kind of looks cool just the way he is. And then flood in the rest of the bones, being careful not to go over the black outline. We want the black outline to show. And as always, use your scribe or toothpick to settle the icing down and get it out to the edges. And then I went back and put my icing right back in the center of these bones and added a bit more icing, and then used my scribe in an up and down motion to blend it all together and gently settle it down. Now for the skull, I want to give him a big forehead area, so I'm going to put my icing right back into that icing that I've already piped above his eye and squeeze a big dot of icing there, and then use my scribe in an up and down motion to settle the icing all together. You need to be careful doing this technique that you add the icing before it has fully crusted over, but you also want it to be set up enough that it's not going to run all over the place and end up covering his eye. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Just put your piping bag right into the previously piped icing and add a big dot. It kind of adds it underneath the surface and raises it up, and then you just want to tab at it up and down gently in order to settle all the icing together. This is what I meant by dimensional piping. And you could see that the two areas above his eyes are much puffier than the area in between his eyes and right above his nose. And then I also want him to have bigger cheeks, so I'm also going to do the same thing right underneath and kind of to the side of his eye. And just put your piping bag right into that icing and pipe a dot, and then use your scribe to go up and down and smooth it all together. And if you still need more icing, take your piping bag and add another dot. And let's do that one more time to the other side. So just put your piping bag right into the previously piped icing, add a big dot, and then use your scribe or your toothpick in an up and down motion to settle it all down and blend it together. And you can see here now that we have some big cheeks and a big forehead, and it's really given a lot of puffiness and dimension to our skull. So put this guy aside and let him dry completely, and then we'll go ahead and add in our graduation cap. Okay, let's pipe our graduation cap. So go ahead and outline the cap in the color of your choice. I'm using a dark green here, and then we'll go ahead and pipe in the bottom part. My icing is about a 15-second flood consistency this time because I'm not trying to create the dimension. So just go ahead and pipe in the bottom part of the cap, and once that has had time to set up for about 5 to 10 minutes, we'll pipe in the top of the cap. Use your scribe or your toothpick to get the icing out to the corners and smooth out the icing and pop any air bubbles. I let my graduation cap dry for about 20 minutes. Now I'm using the metallic gold icing from the Evil Cake Genius to create the tassel. Just pipe a dot in the center of the cap and then draw a line out to the side and then down and create little lines for the tassel. And then I have these little gold roses I made in a different video using the same metallic gold icing, and I'm going to go ahead and stick a little icing on the back of that and attach it to the cap. And finally, I'm going to take my green icing and I'm just going to pipe a ball of icing and drag it out to a point to add a couple of leaves underneath the rose. And now we've created these really cute skull cookies for graduation. I think they're super adorable, and dimensional piping is not that hard. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out. I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.